can't believe I get to wake up
In the celebration of marriage.
Julianne and Bill Rodriguez.
Dad, I don't care what you do to Mark.
He has a good handshake.
Dad, have a seat, your job is done. I'm going to start off with a little story today, before I give you the little story. And you all probably know it anyway, but I'm still going to do it. He was so enamored when Julie walked down the aisle, because she is so beautiful. You're a very lucky lady, and you're a very lucky man. This all started because Julie called for an electrician. Mark showed up and was immediately infatuated with Julie. The electrical problem was intermittent, so Mark was going to have to make a return trip, oh darn, to his delight. Mark gave Julie his card to call, but unknowing to Julie, Mark put his home number on the business card. And Julie called and figured it out right away. Mark returned and he fixed the problem. A little later, Mark texted Julie to see if she wanted to go to a movie, but there was only one problem. He texted it, and he kept looking at the phone, and he kept looking at the phone. But it took Mark a long time to hit that send key, but he did. And just as he was sending the send key, Julie answered immediately and texted back, yes. There was also another little incident in Maine, which I'm not going to go into. But have Mark and Julie tell you about that later on today. It's regarding their trip to Maine. It was about a rock in the water, a very strong current, a life jacket, and Julie swimming out to Mark. You cannot make this stuff up. To the guests that are here today, Julie and Mark, thank you for being here today to celebrate their wedding. The understanding, the ideals, and the warmth which Julie and Mark bring to their marriage have roots in the love and support you have shown them through the years. We're gathered here today to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, and to give recognition to the worth and the beauty of love, and to cherish the words which shall unite Julie and Mark. They have chosen to invite you here today as they commit themselves to each other in marriage, because your presence is of great importance to them. They feel each of you has in some way contributed to whom they have become, both as individuals and as a couple. You've shared a part of yourselves with them, just as you are now sharing in their commitment to each other. This moment marks a major change in their lives, but the ties of love and friendship with their friends and families will always remain unchanged. We don't know what lies ahead for them as the road turns and bends, but help them to make the best out of whatever comes their way. Help them to continue to enjoy each other as they did when they first met a year ago. Help them to realize that nothing or no one is perfect, and to look for the good in all things and all people, including themselves. Help them to respect each other's likes and dislikes, opinions and beliefs and hopes and dreams and fears, even though they may not always understand them. Help them to learn from each other and to help each other to grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Help them to realize that there is design and purpose in their lives as in the world, and no matter what happens to them, they'll hold on to each other and know that things always have a way of working out for the best. And help them to create a stable home of love as a foundation on which they can build their lives. But most of all, dear God, help them to keep lit the torch of love that they now share. Julie and Mark, you became a couple about a year ago, and you went on your first date to see the movie Logan. Today you pledge to each other not only your love, but also strength, warmth, and most importantly, the fun of true friendship. Hi Mark, how you doing? Okay, good. We have all exits covered. I just want to let you know. Mark, will you have Julie to be your wife, to live together in the holy state of matrimony? Will you love Julie, comfort her, hold her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, forsaking all others, keeping yourself only unto Julie for as long as she shall live? Mark, if this is your intent, would you please signify with I will?
I will.
I have no doubt. Julie, will you have Mark to be your husband, to live together in the holy state of matrimony? Will you love Mark, comfort him, hold him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, forsaking all others, keeping yourself only unto Mark for as long as you shall live? Julie, if this is also your intent, would you please signify with I will?
I will.
I knew that. So the two of you turn and face each other and hold hands so that you may feel the gift that God has given you and the gift that you are to one another. These are the hands of your best friend that you're holding. Tender and strong, full of love for you, as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. They are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you continue to build your future. These are the hands that will love you and cherish you through the years and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. They are the hands that will care for you when you are sick and console you when you are grieving. These are the hands that will hold you tight as you struggle through difficult times. These are the hands that you hold while exploring historic places. The hands that will brush a tear from your face. The hands that will hold you through the night. The hands that will hold your family as one. And lastly, these are the hands that will always be reaching for yours, still giving you that same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. I ask that each year on your anniversary, March 10th, that you repeat your thoughts and your vows to each other, because sometimes we just unknowingly take for granted how much that other person really means to you. And Mark, you're going to go first, and you're going to repeat your vows after me, looking at Julie, because you're marrying her and not me. Julie, this is my promise to you.
Julie, this is my promise to you.
I will be your best friend,
I'll be your best friend,
your husband and your partner.
your husband and your partner.
I cannot promise you a life of sunshine.
I cannot promise you a life of sunshine.
I cannot promise riches, wealth, or gold.
I cannot promise you riches, wealth, or gold.
But I can promise you
But I can promise you
all of my heart's devotion.
all my heart's devotion.
A smile to chase away your tears of sorrow.
A smile to chase away your tears of sorrow.
I can promise you a love
I can promise you a love
that is ever true and ever growing.
that's ever true and ever growing.
I can promise you a hand to hold
I promise you a hand to hold
through each tomorrow.
through each tomorrow.
And both Julie and Mark have written personal thoughts to each other. Your smile and laughter are joyous and loving. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't say to myself, I am so lucky to be blessed to have Julie as my wife. You are one in a million, Julie. You are the first person I see and the last one I want to kiss goodnight. I wouldn't trade this life experience for all of Trump's money.
Every time I think about Trump, I get allergic.
The best part of everything is Julie saying softly, I love you. Mark, this is my promise to you.
Mark, this is my promise to you.
I will be your best friend,
I will be your best friend,
your wife and your partner.
your wife, and your partner.
I promise to love you
I promise to love you
the way you have loved me,
the way you have loved me,
to cherish you
to cherish you
the way you have cherished me,
the way you have cherished me,
to protect you
to protect you
the way you have protected me,
the way you have protected me,
asking that you be no other than yourself,
asking that you be no other than yourself,
loving what I know of you,
loving what I know of you,
and trusting what is yet to come.
and trusting what is yet to come. My thoughts to Mark. Mark, many search their whole lives for their soulmate, and I thank God for blessing me with you. As we stand here today and exchange our marriage vows before God and our family and friends He has blessed us with, I promise to unconditionally love you with the same tender care, respect, faithfulness, acceptance, lots of patience, and devotion you have so clearly shown me. To value the relationship we share and be willing to jump outside the comfort zone, whether it's in life or off a rock, to learn and grow with you by my side. Our love is heaven sent, and I promise you to love you forever, for always, and no matter what, for every moment of every day, for the rest of our lives, and all of eternity to come.
Above all, remember to bring humor to this journey. God has a sense of humor. Laughter is the heart at play. Humor can inspire the good days and pull you through the difficult ones. When you look back at the sounds of your life together, let it be laughter that echoes the loudest through all of your memories. Mark and Julie, this is the point in the ceremony when we usually talk about the wedding bands being a perfect circle, having no beginning and having no end. But we all know that these rings do have a beginning. Rock is dug up from the earth. Metal is liquefied in a furnace at over 1,000 degrees. Hot metal is poured into a mold, cooled and painstakingly polished. Something beautiful is made from these raw elements. It is God's process of making something beautiful that there was one. These rings will be a visible sign to all in uniting with Julie and Mark. God bless these rings that Julie and Mark may abide in thy peace and continue in thy favor. Julie, always be my security and my best friend.
Julie, be all my security and my best friend.
Be my strength in times of weakness,
Be my strength in time of weakness,
and help me when I stumble along the way.
and help me when I stumble upon the way.
Julie, I give you this ring
Julie, I give you this ring
as a token of my love for you.
as a token for my love for you.
With this ring,
this ring?
I marry you.
Slip it on all the way.
Push.
Mark, always be my security and my best friend.
Mark, always be my security, my best friend.
Be my strength in times of weakness.
Be my strength in times of weakness.
And help me when I stumble along the way.
And help me when I stumble along the way.
Mark, I give you this ring
Mark, I give you this ring
as a token of my love for you.
as a token of my love for you.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I marry you.
I marry you.
Slip it on all the way.
Push.
when you two have been married a long, long time, and you feel the indentation that these rings will make upon your fingers, you will know that within these rings lies the memories of your lives together. Julie and Mark, before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, partner, and even teacher, for you have learned so much from one another. Today you have taken vows to take you across the threshold of life. Things will never quite be the same between the two of you. For after today, you will say to everyone that you meet, "This is my husband, Mark. This is my wife, Julie." May you have warm words on a cold evening, a full moon on a dark night, and the road downhill all the way to your door. May the light of friendship guide your paths together. May the laughter of children, family, and friends grace the halls of your home. May the joy of living for one another trip a smile from your lips and a twinkle in your eye. And while I was driving here today, I know I'm not supposed to read a text message while I'm driving, but I pulled over. I got a text message from some individuals that are very unhappy that they're not here today. But they said if I mentioned their name, it would be okay, fine, and you two could go home. So therefore, by the authority vested in me by Bosco, Cooper, Ripley, and Little Cat, who are very unhappy that they're not here today, along with the state of Maryland, I pronounce you husband and wife. Julie, you may kiss your groom. Gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Mark.
I met you in the dark, you lit me up, you made me feel as though